with Ronald Reagan defeating Jimmy Carter. In the first major television confrontation for 20 years in a presidential race, both leaders kept their cool, went out of their way to avoid controversial commitments, and accused each other of dangerous policies. While the head-on clash gave voters no new insight to policies, it did give them a back-to-back comparison of personalities. The debate covered a range of subjects from nuclear war to urban renewal. Both men, soberly dressed in dark blue suits, faced an estimated television audience of 100 million viewers. Standing 5 meters apart on the stage of a music hall in Cleveland, the two men traded answers and rebuttals under questioning by 4 reporters and commentators. The nuclear arms race and the effect of America as a world peacekeeping power were two of the main topics covered in the debate. When asked whether for the release of the hostages would encourage terrorism, President Carter said that America would only return to Iran military goods it bought before he froze Iranian assets last November.
We will maintain our position of neutrality in the Iran and Iraq war. We have no plans to sell additional material or goods to Iran that might be of a warlike nature. When I made my decision to stop all trade with Iran as a result of the taking of our hostages, I announced then and have consistently maintained since then that if the hostages are released safely, that we would make delivery on those items which Iran owns, which they have bought and paid for. Also, that the frozen Iranian assets would be released. That's been a consistent policy, one I intend to carry out.
Governor Reagan on this question said that once the hostages were released, there should be an investigation by Congress as to why it took so long to secure their release. A lot of Governor Reagan's argument was based on his success as governor of California, where he said he had put power back into the hands of the people instead of in government.
I would like to have a crusade today, and I would like to lead that crusade with your help, and it would be one to take government off the backs of the great people of this country and turn you loose again to do those things that I know you can do so well because you did them and made this country great. Thank you.
American commentators scored the contest as fairly equal, with Ronald Reagan doing better on broader issues and the president winning on domestic issues. After the debate, it was handshakes all round as the two men were joined by their families and members of their campaign staffs, who will now review their boss's chances after the first major television debate between two candidates since the Kennedy-Nixon confrontation of 1960. And in a special telephone survey after the debate, which was shown exclusively on 10, Ronald Reagan is in front with a 2-to-1 lead over the president. More than 200,000 people said they'd vote for Reagan, while President Carter scored fewer than 100,000.
The American hostages in Tehran remain one of the hottest issues in the American election, and Iran's parliament is resuming its debate on their future right now. This is the 3rd session, and like the previous 2 parliamentary discussions, it's expected to be held in secret. No final decision is expected for several days yet. The parliament meets under the shadow of continuing speculation that even if the government says the Americans can go, the student leaders holding them won't budge. Those students are said to be threatening to put the hostages on trial and execute them regardless of any parliamentary decision.